there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com with match number 1 with the Scred. Not Scred anymore. This is going to be Boros Walkers is what we're going to call it. This is very much an ideal hand. We have a Mind Stone and Arid Mesa mountain. So we're going to first turn be able to go grab a Sacred Foundry and then have our white source and then 2 Lightning Helixes to help stabilize us. What we do want to hit is 1 more land for the Koth of the Hammer, but that should happen within 4 draws. So Windswept Heath, this is a matchup, if it is any sort of green or white-based matchup, this is a matchup that is probably going to be favorable for us. Elves is going to be favorable. Ooh, never mind. So it's going to be good old Scape Shift, which I guess in the sideboard we have plenty of hate for Scape Shift, but he has the very quick draw for Scape Shift. We might not be able to race it. Ajani's Vengeance is going to be nice. Let's throw out an Arid Mesa and pass the turn. Especially goes like secure a tri-builder here. Haven't seen Scape Shift forever. I think it might be a pretty decent... Okay, this is not Scape Shift. He is just using it to ramp out. I have no clue what this is. We'll Arid Mesa and grab a Sacred Foundry. And I think here we can safely just Mind Stone. And this is looking really good for us. Ajani's Vengeant might actually be able to tap down whatever permanent we need to tap down, like if he's stuck on a black source. He's got a lot of basic lands for this deck. I don't know if Blood Moon cares to be in here. We'll have to wait and see exactly what this deck is trying to do. Yeah, lots of basics. Could be a Liliana here. Yeah, there's Liliana. Liliana's not too powerful. We'll kill her. Inquisition only gets a lightning. Oh, actually, yeah, only gets a lightning helix. So Koth is going to kill Liliana next turn. And we can get rid of a lightning helix. I think the lightning... No, we'll get rid of a Koth since it's redundant. And he got rid of a swamp. So, Bloodstained Mire, I don't think we quite need a Bloodstained Mire. We could thin out some more. But it's just going to be a Koth. And then untap. And then kill Liliana. So I'm thinking this is some sort of Life from the Loam. No, I have not a clue. I've seen like a version of this black-green deck with Grave Titan. They try to get Grave Titan out very quickly. And this might be that version. So we might just have 1 turn for the Grave Titan, but we have 1 turn through Koth of the Hammer before he ults. So he's got to find an answer, and with black, there's not a lot he can do. Tectonic Edge is okay. It kills the Sacred Foundry. But we have the Bloodstained Mire backup. And then he'll have to kill his Tectonic Edge. Garrick is going to untap two lands, or he's going to put out a 3/3. Untap 2 lands and probably Tech Edge down my... Geez, I don't even know what he would do here. I think what we do is we... cast a Vengeant. Is there a way he can, with 1 card in hand, can he actually kill anything? Cast Ajani Vengeant. We will be going after Garrick. And we'll put out a Clifftop Retreat is fine here. Tack into a Garruk. Do you know, is this a Death Cloud deck? I'm not quite sure. So he's going to go after the Clifftop. That's fine. That sets him back. Especially now we can... tap down his mountain. Doesn't untap. Not that big of a deal. We're going to Koth ult next turn. And hopefully lock him out. Inquisition does hit the Lightning Helix. Not a big deal. Those will probably be sided out next game. But here we can either keep Koth alive and just wait for the ult. And yeah, we'll shut down the Twilight. Mind Stone here. I think I'm just going to be greedy here, untap the mountain. Attacking for 4. This allows us to keep Koth alive for whatever reason. And ult him next turn. So only 3 mana, 2 cards available. I think we've pretty much locked him down. And there's the scoop. So I think that we can safely take out... I didn't see a lot of cards like Volcanic Fallout can safely come out. I think Chandra's Phoenix is very good versus this deck. Molten Rain does seem like it's a card that wants to come in just to keep him off his ramp. He's wanting to ramp for some reason, but then we have Path to Exiles, we have Lightning Helix, we have a lot of cards that I feel is quite dead. I just didn't see enough. I'm thinking Lingering Souls might be in his deck though, so Volcanic Fallout is pretty decent. Wear Tear didn't see enough. I think Path can take care of a Grave Titan, but I'm more on the... more in the opinion this is not going to be a Path to Exile deck. This is going to be a Grave Titan deck. This is going to be a Death Cloud deck. So maybe Fallout is just better just because it can do damage to bring back. Blood Moon seems very weak in this. I'd rather just have like a... I'll keep in one Path to Exile. Just, we have a lot of dead cards, unfortunately. I'm going to bring in the Salts. We can exile some non-basic lands if he is trying to... I guess I'll keep in one Blood Moon and bring back in another Volcanic Fall. This is just very, very awkward of a sideboard. We don't have a lot that can work versus him. So we'll submit this. Our opponent does mulligan. Lots of Inquisitions and Thoughtseize, I assume, are going to be in here. And Inquisition can get the Molten Rain. That's it. And now he's got 4 cards in hand. We've got like the killer Batterskull card that's going to be very hard for him to deal with if we can slam it. Mind Stone's going to help us get there quicker. Koth seemed very hard for him to deal with. It's going to be a turn 3 Koth again. He didn't ramp out with any sort of Journey. Wonder if like Sakura Tri-Builder's in here. I've got to think this is a Death Cloud deck. Yeah, absolutely now. Now that... And Molten Rain's gone. Molten Rain's actually really good versus him. Volcanic Fallout. He could have the Garruk. Yeah, this is 100% Death Cloud. So now that I know what I'm up against, I'm glad I brought in all the removal. But if he puts out a Garruk this turn, I could be in a bit of an issue here. Treetop Village, not so much. He can't Garruk now. He can Lily. And again, we'll drop the... No, Search for Tomorrow. So he's going all in on that Death Cloud. Death Cloud, we sacrifice creatures, lands, and discard cards. But I'll have a... and life, is that what it is? But here we have a Koth once more. Get in there for 4. Down to a 16. I can go for a Batterskull next turn by doing a negative Koth. And that's only generating 2 mana. I'd really like to draw into another land. He can only add 1, 2, 3. He can add 5. So, and Death Cloud, he chose black, so he could actually Death Cloud for 2. And Death Cloud, I believe, loses life, so Koth is pretty good. Austin Baloth, kind of annoying, because he's going to be threatening Koth. But I think we'll take care of it with either a Batterskull or a Volcanic Fallout and a Lightning Bolt. I think that's the better way to go. Another mountain. So I can -2 Koth, and we can generate 3 mana for a Batterskull. We could actually cast the Batterskull, 4/4 lifelinker. But I think the right play is just to bolt off. We could actually keep them all up. No, I'd rather just get in there for the damage. I hate having to use 2 cards here, because then the Death Cloud's really good. Do you know what? I think we just cast the Batterskull. This protects Koth. And we'll untap this mountain. And I don't want to attack him because he might just make that trade. And I don't want to lose a mountain. So we'll keep it up because it is a Lightning Bolt. Koth still survives if he somehow kills the Batterskull. So if he goes like Liliana to make us sacrifice our Germ, it looks like it's going to be Death Cloud. Grave Titan. Okay, so Grave Titan wasn't here, and Volcanic Fallout's going to do really good against it. Because we will absolutely ultimate Koth next turn. Gives us another mountain. Oh, we can't quite ultimate. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It's not 6. And we can attack in with Batterskull, see if he wants to block with the Grave Titan. That's fine. At this point, I think that's the way to go. See how he wants to block. He's going to let it go through. That's interesting. And, yeah, Bolt. So Volcanic Fallout, Bolt, and I think that's perfect mana. Yeah, that's 6 damage, too. We'll kill the Grave Titan. So it might be a Death Cloud for 2. But I think that we pretty much locked this game out. I don't think there's anything our opponent can do to come out of this. It does look like it's going to be a Death Cloud for 2. Which again hurts him. Each player loses X life discards X cards, sacrifices X creatures, and then sacrifices X lands. So here we're going to Volcanic Fallout. Which clears his zombies. Unfortunately, we just bolt. Well, because then he's going to have to sack his Obstinate Baloth. So we're going to bolt the Grave Titan. And then do 1 damage to it. So we do have to get rid of our Koth. So we'll discard the Koth. He discards an Obstinate Baloth and then comes back in? No, what is he? Oh, opponent control. So that doesn't... So you have to sacrifice a creature, which is going to be our lifelinker. And we got to sacrifice 2 lands, which is going to be a mountain and a Clifftop Retreat. So we still should be in pretty good shape. I mean, we are kind of at the mercy of a top deck of our opponent. But we have 3 damage per turn and can cast most things in our hand. A bolt's going to be nice. We'll just pass a turn. And he has a lot of dead draws he can draw into. I mean, best case scenario, he can draw another Death Cloud and a land, and then just try to... Or a Life from the Loam here to get back. Yeah, Life from the Loam's just too slow. So we'll start the clock. All of our mountains now become Prodigal Sorcerers, which is nice. And here's another Prodigal Sorcerer. Pass a turn. And I think that this is over, no matter what he does. Treetop Village. He can do whatever he wants with this. Don't even care. Because I just untap and kill him. Yep. Alrighty, so there's our first win with the Boros Walkers. We'll go on to another match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.